Hey guys,
Hello,
welcome
hello.
back. Welcome back to another episode of Uncommon Faith. My name is LaFlower Bowie, and I'm rocking with one of my amazing hosts, Regina Brown. How are you doing, G?
I am wonderful. How are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm cozy. Y'all see, I got my sweatshirt on. I'm wrapped up. It's been a warm, cold day today, so your girl has been. I've been working, but I've been chilling.
Okay.
How about you, Regine?
Oh my goodness. Today has been so busy. Like it's been swamped. Actually, this entire week, not just today, to be honest with you. Yeah, man, it's happening. I mean, my strolls are playing right now, but I love my uncommon faith audience, so I'm here.
Well, we appreciate you rocking it out with us. I'm trying to get my hair together. I don't know what these locks is doing today, y'all.
Yeah,
Regina, we
yeah, I got
appreciate you rocking with us.
these
You rocking with us.
strays.
It's all good. They have a mind of their own, so we're just gonna keep it pumping. Yes, go Stros, go Stros. We love our Stros, guys. It's a good time to be in the city. But if everybody could grab their best friend, if you could grab your best friend,
Best friend.
if you're not already watching on your best friend, right? And we want you to like, share, subscribe on all of our social platforms for Uncommon Faith, guys. We have
All of
some
that.
amazing things coming up, and we want to make sure that you are a part and you don't miss out. Hold on, y'all. I'm super low in this chair. This feels weird. I look like a Oompa Loompa compared to Regina, but we gonna make it happen. Technology messes up. And normally she's the short one, but technology messes up, and so we don't make excuses, we make adjustments, right? So we're gonna keep it moving on tonight. So let's see, I forgot to share. Let me share really quick while I'm talking and running my mouth, because tonight, guys, we are continuing our detox series, and we're going to be talking about the legal drug, the drug that the FDA approves for all of us to be pumped full of. And they cool with it. They cool with it, y'all. So we're going to talk about that. But before we get into it, shout out to our other host, DeAndra Scott. I know she on her way, y'all. She doing mommy duties, wife duties, all these types of duties. But I know she coming. So Dee, we can't wait to for you to join us on the show tonight as you take care of the fam bam. Now, Regina, let's get into our first segment of the show, which is I Know God is Real because.
I had some
And
sharing to do. Sorry. A
oh
lot of
yes,
sharing and liking.
guys, please share, please like, please subscribe. Now, Gina, I want to get into the story of this young boy who here in the Houston area a couple weeks ago, and I know God is real because this happened, y'all. This young boy, I think he was out with one of his parents or somebody in the family. His dog ran into the woods, right? The dog ran into the woods. Gina, I know you know the story because I know you be looking at the news. Um, his dog, well, you just tell the story because I'm pretty sure you know it better than I do. So come on and tell the folks about this amazing testimony and how this young boy was covered for more,
Yes.
not 1 day, 2 days, but 70 over, was it over 72 hours? Go ahead, tell the story, Gina.
Yeah, it is an absolute amazing story. It truly a testament of how amazing God is and that He is truly real. So this young boy, I want to say maybe 4, wasn't very old, if I'm recalling correctly, but somewhere in that bracket. And his mom was, I think, unloading groceries or something other from the car, and so he was right there with her. Well, the family dog, ran into the woods because they live, near a wooded area, and he went after the dog. So before she knew it, he was gone out of sight. And so
Wow.
they started looking for him. And I'm telling you, days went by and there was no sign of him. Then there was a gentleman in the area. I want to say he was a few miles or so down from his home. And
Hmm.
he decided to just go out and search the area around his home, out in the wooded area. And he found him.
Now,
And
Gina,
this
hold
was
on, hold
on.
on, Gina. How many days? No, now he didn't have no backpack with him. He wasn't like Dora the Explorer. He didn't have boots on his shoulder. He didn't have, his map or any. He didn't have no
Mm-mm. No
snacks. Probably.
backpack.
He didn't
No.
have nothing with him going out into the forest. Now, guys, we know God is real because this little boy ran out after his dog, right into the
And the
forest.
dog came back.
Wow.
At some point, the dog did return to the house, if I'm not mistaken. The dog made his way back home, but little baby got was left in the woods. And when they found him, I want to say he was almost completely unclothed. When the gentleman found him in the woods and took him to the searcher that was in the area, but it was just absolutely amazing because he was fine. He was absolutely fine. They took him to the hospital, get checked out and everything, but he had no injuries or anything like that. And I was like, oh my goodness, God truly kept that baby in the woods for 3 days. Of course, he was dehydrated and,
Right.
you know, because he hadn't eaten or drank in that time frame, but that is just
Right.
amazing.
But that is, if that's not a testimony, I don't know what is for this baby to be, kept for all of this time for 3 days by himself. He was 3 or 4 years old, wandering out in the forest. And then somebody said, you know what? I'm pretty far down the road from when I'm a few miles away from where this is taking place. But let me just look. Let me just search around my house. Right. That if I don't, if come on now. You somebody put in the chat, I know God is real. It's like,
Absolutely.
because that baby was kept. So many things could have happened. Somebody could have kidnapped him because we know they selling organs. Somebody could have, I'm just being honest. All types of stuff could have happened to this baby. He could have fell, he could have gotten hurt. He could have starved. It's like we don't know what was in his system. His mom just went to the grocery store, so the baby may have been hungry. We
Oh
don't
my
know.
God.
I'm just saying.
You
Hey,
are you are right, LaFlower. We do not know what state he was in, but like
we
you said,
don't
to God
know.
be the glory that baby was returned back to his family. And I can't imagine how they, oh my gosh, the mom, when when they brought him back, it was just like the joy I was happy for. I'm like, oh my God, like truly a miracle. I feel like I'm truly witnessing a
Exactly.
miracle in this moment right now. Because
Exactly.
I honestly was like, Lord, keep him. But and coming up on that third day, I just truly did not anticipate they was gonna find that baby.
Right. I
And if
thought they
they
would have
did,
found him
he
laid
wouldn't be
out
alive.
somewhere.
Correct.
Right. Right. Hey, Sister DeAndra, how you
Hey,
doing?
hey,
Hey,
praise
Hey,
beautiful.
God,
girl.
baby. I've been backstage listening. Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah, I got another one, y'all. I got one more. I got one more.
Okay.
So, and DeAndre, even though this one happened in Houston, I'm pretty sure you may have heard about this.
okay.
We talk about, no, God is real, how God he will keep his children. God loves children. He will take care, even if, their parents is a little touched, or even if, we don't, he will keep the kids. Now let's talk about these children, this mama who left these babies left the babies in one complex, right? I know one of the babies, unfortunately, something happened where he passed away. I think it's been almost a year. Gina, you the news anchor. So Gina, tell us the
I heard of
story.
this story, but go ahead, Regina. But yeah,
Yes. Very. Oh my
Come
gosh.
on,
You talk
Anchor
about just
Gina.
make your heart hurt. Oh, I'm. It's a complete flip from what we just heard, right? This
Right,
is a situation where there were I want to say 3 or 4 children.
right,
Um, three that was found alive in the home. A 15-year-old went out, and at some point, I don't know how, why now, but went out to the neighbors and got help and said that they needed help. Um, they were living in this apartment for a year. We know at least a year because the younger brother body had completely decomposed
right,
in the room right next door to where these babies were staying. And they know he was murdered. It was blunt truck, when they did the autopsy on what was left, right? they said it was definitely signs of blunt force trauma to
To
this
the
baby.
And
boyfriend.
that raggedy
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
mama, that raggedy no good mama said, I didn't do it.
Are you
That's
kidding
all
me?
she
Y'all know
said.
I don't watch the
You
news, so I
know,
don't
and it
know.
was just no, it was in quotations because I didn't see the story. I read about the
Yes,
story, but when
yes.
Regina just explained, like when they said after the autopsy that it was blunt trauma, blunt force trauma, the mom was basically like, I didn't do it. You know, like, don't look at me. Almost, it's disgusting. Like, my stomach is turning. I read it earlier and I was like, oh my God. They had to sit there with their sibling just rotting
So,
away.
Right,
so how did they deal
right,
with the
right beside,
smell?
in room
I
next
mean,
to. Can you imagine the smell?
Oh,
that's what I'm like. How did they? What about people in the
And then
apartment
this
complex?
is,
It's like it was an apartment
yeah.
complex,
So
right?
those
then
are the
I,
questions.
right.
There have been so many questions because yes, they were in an apartment complex. I want to say they were on the third floor of this apartment complex. So it's like, who's been paying the rent all this time? Who's
No,
fed
they
them?
said
And
she
my
was on.
understanding,
No,
Well, then
yes, she
she
was on
moved.
Section 8. It's my understanding
right?
she was on Section 8, and she was using the Social Security checks to pay for where her and the boyfriend were living. Is that right?
Uh,
That is what I heard as well.
Allegedly.
She would come
Allegedly.
by. Yes, she would come by every once in a while and drop the kids off food,
yeah, I just want to
but it
cry.
was
Hold on.
few
I,
and far between.
So she was still in the city?
Yes,
yes, like she literally,
yes.
for this man, for this man, pushed her
Come
kids
on,
to
Miss
the
Lisa
side.
Danae with the facts. She
Yes, yes. The body
said
Now
the
was
that's
body was
just
locked in
locked in
the
a
room
room
under a
blanket.
blanket. You know, she left the kids at the apartment, and basically, that 15-year-old was everything for those smaller children. You know,
She
and
abandoned
you
them.
know, there was the adult in the space or the just looking after them. But it was so very sad.
Some of the
now
neighbors were
It's
like
no
they
words.
fed them sometimes, and of course, the school was like they called multiple times because they disappeared, and of course, the disappearance happened during the whole pandemic time and everything being shut down and
so
school being
nobody was doing
virtual.
home checks. No one was doing wellness checks.
Right.
And
No,
you know
no
what? I
one went
think
by the
that
house.
that's where, and I know that DeAndra mentioned before she moved to HISD,
Need to rock
they knew that there was a certain amount of students that were like, where they at? We don't know.
Yes,
Definitely.
So
thousands and thousands, tens of
Definitely.
thousands of kids. They even did a news story on that about the number of children that were missing from the school system in general and the efforts they were putting in place to try to figure out where are these kids, and are they attending school like they're supposed to and stuff like that. And when
Right.
I saw this story, I was like, and that those four right there is four that fell into that number.
Fell into place.
And it was a tragic situation, as far as what they were going through.
Oh,
total tragedy, but that's
trash.
why I said I know God
Dog
is real
ass
because
mama.
God kept those babies even when they mama threw them out, even when their mama abandoned them for a man. He kept them, right? He kept them, even though there was one tragedy. Just, but now we really got to pray and cover these kids because can you imagine the PTSD,
Ugh.
the trauma that they're gonna go through?
I said
You
let
know,
them live at the therapist for about a year. Let them, camp out at the therapist's office
but right, Didi.
because it's about. And then here comes foster care. Probably all get split up. More trauma of losing more siblings.
But where are the rest
Siblings
of
I
where's
just
the
don't
rest of the
think,
family?
how can,
Where's the rest of the
yes, like there
family?
has to be other family members that can step in and
where
take these
were
kids.
they? Where
And I
were
think the
they?
last, right. Oh, you know
What
what?
was
But I don't think
family?
if I recall correctly, I don't think she's from the Houston area.
But somebody was like and y'all know I don't watch the news, so correct me if I'm wrong.
Miss Lisa
Allegedly,
Danae, if you out there, chime in because I can't recall, but I was
yeah.
like, I don't think she was from this area.
But
Family.
somebody said that she moved around a lot, so that's why they couldn't keep up with the kids. Hell, I mean,
Two other
yes,
daughters.
what? So where was the daughters at?
That's what I'm saying. It's nobody checking. It's who's gonna come and say, I want these kids. I want to take care of these kids. If it's been
Because
an
you weren't
entire
checking on them during the
year,
pandemic.
it's been a year. You know, where has anyone questioned about the kids? Where are the kids? I know the school
Live
district
right
did for
now.
a second,
Like
but
birthdays, everything. Like,
y'all know I would have popped up at your house. I would have popped up at your house. I'm just gonna pop up because it's like, wait a second, you can't. I need to see it.
he been missing for a
Oh,
month. Did he
now
do
see, I
something
didn't
else?
know that. I didn't
Missing
know the
for a
part about the
month.
daughters.
Okay, this is a developing story, y'all. We're gonna come back to this story because it's so deep. It's
It
so deep.
is.
I gotta go do some more research. I
It's
just
it's
But at the end
it's
of the day,
sad.
we
It just
know that
hurts my
God is
heart.
real.
But we will
Even
follow this. I think we need to follow this. This is touching to so many people, and as many updates as we all see, we'll keep our Uncommon Family faith updated. This is a tragedy.
it's
This
such a
is truly a
tragedy. It's
tragedy.
such a tragedy. But like I said, I'm so glad that God has been in the midst, and because those
And
kids could have
kept
starved to
them.
death.
Yes.
Somebody could have kidnapped those kids. It's like, because people in apartments, it's like I done lived in apartments, even on the third floor. You watch and you know who coming, who going. You looking at cars, so you know.
Schedules.
Right. Kids seeing like
Everything.
what happened, where they ain't come, all of that stuff. So we know God is real because even in people's stupidity, ignorance, selfishness,
Yes.
you know, that oh my gosh, that is, it hurts. It hurts to think that your mother, and this is why we do the work that we do, because there are so many. Can you imagine the mother wounds that those kids are going to have? Can you imagine the mother wound? And where the baby's daddy at? Because I don't think the boyfriend is
Flower they
the
No,
father.
he's
gone.
not.
Flower ain't nobody around. Everybody is gone.
But that's what I don't understand. It's like
That's
even
how I
my exes,
feel.
they don't. But if the kids were missing for a whole year,
I don't know.
That's
You
what I'm
know
saying. There's
how
just so many questions and not enough answers right now.
right. That's just what makes me
okay,
instantly
thank
think
you.
foster care is close because it just makes it seem like it's nobody there to get these
Okay.
kids and hold on to them. So we're just gonna when their father is in prison. There are different fathers.
But heck, if
It's
he
a
was
lot
writing
going on
letters,
with
he'd
this
be like,
story.
"Yeah, you ain't responding to my letters."
The
Like
mother
somebody go.
is definitely
If
But
not
let
it's
me
a
tell you
little
involved.
one,
something.
probably not.
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. One of my exes was in jail this one time. One of my exes was in jail, and I did not respond to his letters. He went and got somebody to come find out where I lived at and put a note on my car.
The 15-year-old is so
See, and that
traumatized.
speaks to what I was thinking, in
Oh,
that what type of brainwashing and what things have these kids have been told that they would stay in the apartment in that situation? Because I'm
Because
thinking
she probably
these
said,
kids
"I'm
was
gonna
not
do right."
out
no, they
playing
minded
and
their
moving
mother.
around.
Because they scared. They
They
probably said,
Right,
"You
literally
see what happened to
listened.
your brother?
Yeah,
right. They
Do
had
you
to be
want to be locked up
terrified.
with him? Do you?" They
yeah,
probably even threatened. Do you want me to put you in a room with him?
yeah. Or do you want to end up like him
Exactly.
at this point?
I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Just like the old folks say, I look think about my Uncle Junior right now, resting in great power and peace, but somebody need their asses bull whipped. Somebody need their asses
Bull
bull.
whipped, as he would
Girl,
say, bull
how
whipped.
about
Or as my
drugs?
mama would say, with a wet rope.
I'm so
How
speechless.
about chained up and drugged like on the time to kill? Okay, let's go to the next. Because hey,
Because
this is
normally I don't.
ridiculous.
Normally I'm like, you know what? Let justice happen. Some people be like, they need the ultimate penalty. But for this was just too much.
Yeah, I'm
It
sure the
hurts.
kids were in shock.
This
It
is just
Yeah,
hurts.
this
too
is a
much.
lot. Oh, rest in peace
It's,
to that baby, and God bless those children. We send out our thoughts and prayers to, those kids. We
That's
are
true.
with them.
Please
We
so.
are lifting them up, and we pray and hope that justice is prevailed, especially in this situation, because this is insane.
Indeed, indeed. I think we might need to take a break, guys, and come back and just
Yeah, let's take a break, y'all. Let's take a break before we jump into the detox, because
yeah, nerves is all kind of
but
man.
guys, when we come back from break, we're gonna give you guys our PSAs for tonight. Um
Mm. Oh
wow.
yeah.
But yeah, guys, we're gonna go
Wow.
ahead and go on a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about our PSAs for the week. We are going to jump into the other tragedy that our FDA approves legal drugs. They approves drugs for us to flood our systems with, our children with, our bodies with, and it's totally legal. So, guys, I know we're gonna go to break a little bit early tonight, but it's been so heavy. We know God is
Right.
real, but it's like these are the things that we have to go through as believers, and we have to we just have to see it through, and we have to pray and cover each other as a community, like DeAndra said earlier. So we'll be right back.
Life is better when you are living on purpose, but many times we get stuck in the rat race and in the mundane task of our day-to-day lives, causing most to lose sight of their purpose. That's why certified life coach, inner healer, and business strategist LaFlower Bowie is here to help you get calibrated to your calling through proven systems, techniques, and resources. Order a copy of her book, Principles to Reposition, to assist you with your journey, or schedule a free clarity session to kickstart the journey. After these sessions, clients have stated they found clarity and opened their eyes to things they had long forgotten. So get social and follow LaFlower on all social media platforms at LaFlower Bowie. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
What up?
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome
Just
back.
a moment.
Right.
Moment of silence. So, ladies, we are on the flip side super excited about all of the wonderful things that are coming up for our Uncommon Faith family. Oh my goodness, I know you guys have been waiting, and we have some great things to reveal this evening, and to tell you how to enjoy what we have in store with Flower.
Absolutely, guys. So, PSAs for tonight. We are so freaking excited because our registration for our Uncommon Faith Be the Light mini retreat open this week, and guess what? Tickets are almost gone, especially the tickets for the overnight stay. So if you guys were thinking about it, if you're teeter-tottering on the line, I challenge you to go get it, because I'm pretty sure, yes, I know the tickets are going to be sold out. So you register by going to retreatinfo.com. I will put that in the chat for us really quick. It is retreatinfo.com. Guys, please do not wait to register, because, and we're just not saying this as a marketing technique, because literally the in-house tickets for overnight is sold out. We still have some tickets left for the virtual on Friday. But if you want to be in the number, if you want to be in the midst, then I definitely suggest for you to go to www.retreatinfo.com to register. Now, let me tell you, for the virtual, guys, for the $20, you are getting, of course, a 3 to 4 hour session. Is really going to be wherever the Spirit leads us. We know that it's going to be a minimum of 3 hours, though, that we're going to be pouring into you. We have some special guests coming on. You're also going to be entered into a raffle to get the same shirt, the retreat shirt that all of the overnight attendees are going to get, as well as an Uncommon Faith swag bag. So super excited for that, because our new website is up. It's called myuncommonfaith.com, myuncommonfaith.com. That's another PSA that the website is up. It's bare bones right now, but you can go and start purchasing your Uncommon Faith swag, and then we're going to be adding the prayer requests and blog posts and stuff like that from all of your hosts here on Uncommon Faith. So definitely, please go to retreatinfo.com to register. Overnight is amazing. We've already secured the house before registration opened, so you know that it's not a money thing, right?
Right.
We secured the house before registration even opened because we know we were going to make this happen, guys. Tell them about the house, Regina. Oh, they're on the website, y'all. Come on.
Yes. Look at it. Come through.
Yes.
Super excited.
Yes. It's amazing, guys. So you can go to our website, check it out. You can subscribe to our newsletter. We're going to be putting out amazing content in there as well. A lot of the recipes and things like that is going to be, a lot of our detox stuff is going to be in this first one in case you missed any previous episodes. I'm just so excited. But there's also the Uncommon Faith journal that's on the website. Like,
yes.
I have no words. I'm just so excited. How y'all feeling?
It's exciting.
I'm feeling awesome. I cannot wait. Like, look, the merch, as the kids say, that you can get from the website, the shirt, look, the journal, all of that. I think we even have a mug out there.
Yes.
I know we have pillows. Look,
Yes.
I already have my pillow. And I'm just like, I'm excited, guys. Look, the house that we are staying in for the retreat. OMG. Yes, we are in Galveston. Yes, we are on the beach. We are on the water. We have the whole deck. We got the bottom part with the games and everything. We even have the fire pit where we're going to have our burning ceremony and different things like that. It is beautiful. So guys, I'm so excited. I'm like, this cannot get here fast enough.
Right. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Yes, we're going to also throughout the retreat, we are going to cater to you. We're going to have some great foods available. We're going to feed you, so you got to be in the building. We feeding you Saturday. We're ending it with a great breakfast / brunch on Sunday morning. So, we're going to have awesome gifts for all the attendees. It's going to be really amazing. And we want you guys to experience it for yourself. We can keep saying it over and over and over again because we know how dope we are. We know how much fun we are. We know. But seriously, we know what the goal is and what we're trying to accomplish and how we want to pour into others. And we want just as much to come back into us. So get ready to have an amazing time. So if you got your ticket already, bravo. Thank you for jumping on it. You will not regret it. You will have an amazing time. And I cannot wait to spend this time with you ladies. Seriously.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's like the expectations. I'm just resting in the spirit of expectancy because it's going to be so amazing. It's like, I know it's where the natural and the supernatural meet. It's going to be amazing. I know, God is going to do what God does. He's going to accelerate some things. And I think that this is really going to be the catalyst that's really going to ignite some people to really begin to just take off in their careers. Thank you, Father God, in their careers, in their businesses, because he's really, hallelujah, he's really going to be able to give some of us the blueprint that we've been looking for.
That's right.
The blueprint that he's been looking for.
Oh, no, you
You ain't missed out, Christine. The registration is still open, boo thing.
No, cuz we need you in this place. Come on now.
Yes, go to retreatinfo.com to register. Go to retreatinfo.com to register. God is saying this is going to be amazing. This is going to really activate. There's going to be some activations, some impartations. Guys, I'm like
it's
I said,
going to be bananas.
It is.
Yes, that's my word.
Bananas.
It's going to be great.
Banana. All right, y'all, but let's
I'm
jump into
telling
this
you,
detox tonight. Let's jump into, our topic. How y'all feel about sugar?
this
So
legal
let me tell
drug.
y'all,
I love it. I love sugar. Oh, sorry.
you love
But my
sugar.
sisters know that. They know that I've been a fiend since
A
I was
fiend, a
little.
sugar fiend.
A sugar
But
fiend she has. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not like real big on candy and stuff like that. But you all know my favorite food group. My
it's
one
dessert.
numero.
Dessert.
Cake. Yes, it is. That is my number one food group. And in fact, I tried to fight it today. I did my best. I stood there and it looked at me for so long. I had to get that Cinnabon with my lunch. But I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to
We in the
have
middle of a
this.
detox, and you over here giving in to the sugars.
Ooh,
The
that sounds
Cinnabon.
good.
But it was a mini. It was a mini Cinnabon. It wasn't the big one. So I tried. I made a little compromise with myself.
Well,
Wait,
I'm happy.
it don't count, Gina.
So much she got a mini bone.
Wait. That's like saying, when the regular cigarette smokers get the little slim ones, and they say, and it be like, no, it's the same amount of sugar, sis. Sorry, same
Right,
amount of
right.
tobacco.
So let's talk about this sugar, guys,
Yes,
because
sugar, the
I,
addiction is real.
It's real.
it's so real. And guys, it's like I feel some type of way when it comes to the things that are approved in our country because years ago I took the kids to the children's museum. I want to say the Health and Science Museum or something like that, and they were doing this exhibit on sugar. And the sugar that we put in our body, like the amount of sugar that's in one soda, like the amount
Yes,
of sugar that's in our cereal, it's like
that's good.
everything that we do, it's like all sugar. Now I got to ask you guys a question, because we know sugar comes from, now it's not as much sugar cane, but it's more high fructose corn syrup, right?
Correct.
Which has
Yes.
the same
That's
effects
in
as
almost
sugar.
everything.
Right. It's in almost everything. And I'm like, God, are they doing this so that more corn crops can be made to
Hmm.
mass produce high fructose corn syrup?
Dad and I believe that it's a setup for the doctor, because the doctor has a deal with the pharmacist who's gonna give you the medicine, and they prescribe the medicine. So, I just feel like it's all a setup. What's
It's
approved,
all
what's
a
not
setup.
approved. What we can
Right.
put in our bodies, what we can't. A burger is literally $1 to $2, and a salad is $8 on the same menu. So
Right.
Right.
it's extremely hard. You would think that the lettuce would be much cheaper than the meat, but it's not. It
By design.
costs to choose to eat healthy.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
it's
It's
all by
domino effect.
design.
Like
Yeah.
Didi just said, it's a circle, that it's this horrible circle that they keep us in, right? Because if we're consuming sugar, we're going to become addicted to sugar, right? And we're going to talk about sugar withdrawals in a minute, because sugar withdrawals is real, right?
Very
But
real.
some of the things that happen when you intake too much sugar is teeth decay, right? I know I done had some root canals that they could have been avoided, right? Let's see, not to talk about weight gain, because all that whole muffin pouch, all of that little situation right there, a lot of that stems from a lot of the glucose that we
Oh,
intake,
come on
right?
now, cuz.
It is.
Oh,
Oh Lord, she thinks she asked, and because it's like, and my mom she was like, "Oh, y'all talking about sugar tonight?" I was like, "Yeah, we talking about sugar tonight." And she was like, "Well, I used to put sugar on everything, but I didn't graduate it." Shout out to Sister
I
Linda.
mean, I grew up, right? I grew
yeah.
up putting sugar in my cereal. Granted, I had the plain cornflakes, but that's what you do. So even when they
Sugar and
already was
rice.
frosted,
Right.
you added a little bit more sugar to the frosting. And then I remember eating, look, this just popped in my head. Holy Spirit. I used to have toast, a piece of bread, you toast it, butter it down real good, and then put sugar on the top. And it was like sugar toast. And that was like so good. Used to eat that, put sugar in my grits, sugar in my rice. Like,
Wait, okay, so the rice. I
You
got
like
a funny
brown?
story. So Justin, my husband, right? So of course, sugar was always put in the rice, growing up, no matter what. It was kind of like that sweet and savory thing going on, now that I think about it. But hey, I wasn't eating rice without that butter and sugar, right? So I'm trying to put sugar on my rice, and then I just sprinkle a little on my husband's rice. This is in the very beginning, and
very beginning.
he's like, freeze. You putting sugar on the rice? And I was like, yeah, what you mean?
My
I was like,
husband,
don't everybody put sugar on the
same
rice?
thing.
So then
Same thing with Marcus. Same thing.
Same
no,
thing
Yeah.
with my
I need some
husband.
gravy or some butter or something. I was like, no, we gotta put. He's like, this isn't rice pudding, and I was like, rice pudding. I
What
was
is
like,
rice pudding?
Oh my gosh. But guys, so we know we've identified that a lot of it comes from either how we were brought up or it comes from culture,
And
which is
Tabasco. Oh,
a
wow.
little heat to it, a
grits.
little sweet
Those
heat.
them hot
Okay.
sugar grits.
Mm.
Those them
Hot
hot sugar.
sugar grits.
Because
But
I
guys,
remember
I
my
know
cousin used to put grape jelly in it, and we'll just put the jelly. I mean, hey, when you
whatever.
country it
But
right.
guess what? It's high fructose corn syrup in that
In
grape
all of
jelly.
it.
Yeah.
It's in
In
all of it.
all of it.
So I know that we're laughing, we're talking, and we know that it's just
But
been
it's
a struggle
serious.
for, it's been a struggle for us. It's like even drinking my coffee. Y'all know how I love my coffee, but during this detox, I've been drinking my lemon water. It's a struggle. And when I go on, really, really deep fast and I kind of break away from everything, a lot of artificial things, it's like my body goes through sugar withdrawals.
Yes.
And it is not a good feeling. So that's why
No.
we know that sugar addiction is real, because your body goes through withdrawals when you don't have it. And when you eat something that doesn't have sugar, your body automatically, it's like it's horrible to you. It's like it's
Yeah.
like we've been programmed to have.
Right.
But guess what, a lot of other countries is not like this.
Not at
No.
all. Not at all. And just like you said, we've been programmed. When you withdraw from those things and you get it out of your system, your body then does crave the good things. And when you go to eat something that's sweet or full of sugar, it literally tastes like you are eating like you just took a handful of sugar and put it in your mouth. Because it's like,
Right.
oh, I can't eat that. Like your body knows and it tells you, right? But right now, we're giving it to our body and it's craving it. So when you do the opposite and you put your body on the right thing, your body craves the right thing. The same thing with drinking water. There are times it's like my body craves water. It's like, you know what? I haven't drank enough water today. I need water.
Right.
So we
Right.
just
So
have
we
to
gotta be
literally
intentional.
reprogram ourselves and change the way we think. And to your point, LaFlower, with the countries, there are so many things that the FDA has approved in our country that is not even approved for consumption in other countries. And I'm like, how is that even possible if we're supposed to be like at the top? How is it possible that our government finds it okay to approve things where other places have determined it causes cancer, it causes Alzheimer's, it causes all these different, sicknesses and diseases as a result? And again, that goes back to what we were saying before, that it's about the money, it's about big pharma, it's about all of those things and not necessarily the true health and wellness of, Americans as a whole.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Now I got a couple funnies for you. It's not funnies, but it's just like wow moments. Now that you brought up the FDA, so these are a couple foods that are banned in other countries, right? But the FDA has approved here in America. One, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is banned in other
You
countries.
go crazy when you drink Mountain Dew.
Mountain.
I'm so like I drank a Mountain Dew and I haven't had one in forever, and it was just the only thing. I was like, I am hype. I was like,
That is Mountain Dew.
But guys,
Yeah.
it contains some type of adjusted or chemically made vegetable oil in Mountain Dew. It's some type of additive, and so you would not find Mountain Dew in basically any of the European countries, India, or Japan. The next one, I'm not gonna go over all of them, but let's talk about Skittles.
Mm.
Skittles has been banned from other countries, guys, especially, and we all know that yellow, that the red dye,
The red
um,
dye.
the yellow 5 and the yellow 6, those artificial colors. So places like Norway and Sweden, you're not gonna find no Skittles. Wow. And then what about this one? M&Ms.
I heard those
M&Ms.
hard shells be having like bug pieces, and just all types of stuff in there, like the hard shells surrounding a lot of the candies that we eat. Those
Bug
hard
pieces.
shells that we crunch into. They said we get that crunch because of the bug shell particles in the candy.
Right. And I got to correct myself. So
That's
the
what I
M&Ms
read.
aren't banned. The M&Ms aren't banned in Europe, but the M&Ms are sold with a big warning label
Ooh.
warning you against eating this because of what the artificial stuff can do to your body. The artificial dyes.
Lisa
Uh,
Bonet.
those
She
M&Ms
said that's
with
where
the
she
nuts.
draw the line.
I mean, I like the ones with the nuts. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of the plain M&Ms, but the ones with the nuts are really, really good. So that's big. That's big.
And those are literally Raina's favorite candy. M&Ms, plain M&Ms is her absolute most favorite candy.
Oh my
I
god.
have to look into this bug thing with the M&Ms because look, honey, you just blew
No,
my
not
mind
just
with that.
M&Ms. Not just M&Ms.
All the
A
candies
lot
that
of
crunch.
just hard shell candies with the crunch that you get. It's
Yeah.
supposedly it's just those additive things to give you that pleasure, to make it seem like it's extremely
It's
crunchy,
like some
and
ASMR kind of crunch stuff that you
it's
need. All right, y'all, let's
Mm,
go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. So, guys, in some
this is
countries,
true. This is
oh my
true.
God, Lisa. How about bread? Now, y'all know I love me some bread. Bread is my weakness, right?
oh
But
yeah.
in some countries, some of the frozen bread, like the frozen bread sandwiches, like the Jimmy Dean breakfast sausages, some of the Pillsbury dough
Not
that
the
comes with
biscuits.
the
Not
breadstick,
the biscuits and the croissants.
The ones in the freezer. I don't think the refrigerator. I think the
Oh,
ones
no, the
okay.
like in the
refrigerator too. No, the refrigerator too.
refrigerator too.
So
Wow.
some of these contain. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this chemical, but the chemical is actually used to make yoga mats and shoe soles, and it's approved for consumption. It's approved. So guess what? So you won't find it in Europe or Australia. You won't find these bread products. But check this out. In Singapore, if a manufacturer is caught using this chemical, guys, they will fine them $450,000 and put them in jail for up to 15 years for putting this stuff in their products. Now, I'm gonna jump to the next one before we go on that one. How about chlorine washed chicken? Right? Because I know some of y'all like that clean chicken. You want your click, but we know
That
that chicken,
halal chicken.
right? So a lot of countries have banned companies from, or they don't approve this in the European Union for manufacturers to rinse the chicken with chlorine before packaging.
So does that give it the white look, or does
Right.
it?
It gives it that pristine white look, that all the fat look white, this chicken skin look white. So how do y'all feel about this when we're consuming chicken here in the US, especially when you're buying it in the store, right?
Well, Gina,
You're
you're a meat eater. You go and
Look, in case you haven't noticed, I haven't said a word because I'm sitting here like, what? I mean, chlorine washed chicken? Look,
it's
honey, I had no idea.
oh my
We really, let
goodness.
me tell you something. Knowledge is power. We really do have to
Yes.
educate ourselves because at the end of the day, if we just take stuff blindly, take people's word for what things are, and just blindly consume these things, That's why we find ourselves in the health situations that we in today. And I'm talking to myself, because let me tell you something. This little fatty knot right here, I don't know where this came from. It might have been from that chlorine chicken. I don't know.
All right, next. I'm not going to go into instant mashed potatoes. The instant mashed potatoes have been banned in some countries. But next, I want to go to some of y'all.
They should, because them instant mashed
Yeah, I
potatoes
never did
like
that.
cardboard.
That was never right to me.
Please don't.
All right,
Mashed
that's why I'm
potatoes.
skipping
They do
over it.
not taste good.
That's why I'm skipping it. Next is going to be U.S. pork. So there are some countries such as the European Union, even China. China don't want our pork, y'all. They don't. And Russia, they don't want the pork because they say the U.S. pork industry is known for having big, super big pigs, right? And that's because they pump this chemical into them, ractopamine, and it causes long-term side effects. Hyperactivity. Listen to this: hyperactivity, behavior changes, elevated heart rate, heart pounding sensations. And a lot of times, if we're experiencing these symptoms, we're tying it to, other things, when it's all
Something
about
else.
what we're putting into our bodies. It's the food. Our food is killing us.
Regina, are you pork? Is this a concern?
Let me tell you something, DeAndra.
Yo,
Why are you coming for me as the only meat eater on the show? Okay. I have worked to remove pork from my diet, and the only true weak spot I have are my ribs. Okay?
All right, y'all.
And
We're
I'm
gonna keep
working on
moving.
that.
We're gonna keep moving, y'all. So again, the U.S. bread products were on this list again, guys, and now
Oh
they've
my
listed
gosh.
all Pillsbury products have this chemical in them.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah. So next is going to be the U.S.
I got
beef.
like 4 cans of biscuits in the fridge right now.
it's awesome.
So now y'all,
Power.
right? So we all know that one of the reasons I stopped eating beef, especially, is because how it's raised and what's put in it. A lot of y'all know I've been talking about GMOs for the past 10, 12 years. Like, I don't want no GMOs, right?
Right.
But these artificial growth hormones are getting ridiculous. And so again, you will not find any U.S. beef or any type of U.S. beef anywhere in Europe. They've banned it because of the growth hormones that they put. Now, mind you, our brother, he is an agriculture major, and he said, Flower, he says, even if it says no GMOs, no hormone free, he's like, the guidelines for that are so broad.
Right.
You can still be pumping your cattle with chemicals.
Right.
And you can
Right.
stick on your label saying that this cow they could have only ate grass, when they was 2 years old, but they eat chemicals and stuff like that the rest of the time. And you can pump them with so those labels that the FDA is allowing to put on our food, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, but yeah, the beef is ridiculous. Of course, with the chemicals, it's like 3 of them. I'm not going to try to name them. Y'all go look it up. But of course, these chemicals are carcinogen. They are carcinogenic, right? That just means they are cancer causing. They are cancer causing chemicals that are in our beef, that we're feeding our children, that we're feeding our families, heck, that we even feeding our daggum dogs, right? And one of the two most common cancers that are linked to beef, the chemicals that are in beef, are breast cancer and prostate cancer.
Oh.
We got to do better. We got to educate ourselves.
Flower. They got to hear it. Say it again. 2
of the most common cancers that are linked to, these growth hormones that are put in beef are what Lisa said. We have to come.
I cannot with Lisa. She is on it tonight, honey.
I say we're gonna start.
Lisa says she gonna
pray over her food and keep it moving. But I'm telling you, this stuff is real. But yeah, breast cancer and prostate cancer. And you guys just think about, just like when we think about the sugar, when we think about, our diets, it's in everything. Even when, imagine us cooking, I say we're cooking spaghetti. We're putting this hormone-packed beef in the spaghetti, right? And then how many of y'all guilty for sprinkling a little bit of sugar? in your spaghetti sauce? Have you looked at your spaghetti sauce and saw if there's some high fructose corn syrup in it? You all right, Gina?
Something's happening with my volume and my sound, and I'm hearing all kinds of things. So please forgive me while I
Oh, I
try to.
thought
That's
she
the
was
spirit.
having conniptions
That's the
because she the
spirit
only
convicting
meat
you.
eater. I thought she was losing it because she the only one who eat meat.
But God,
I'm messing with you. I'm messing
that's why we
with
can't
you.
hear you now. You all jacked
We
up,
can
boo.
hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yes.
You loud.
We can hear you.
I'm loud?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Because I can barely hear you guys. That's fine, though. I'm going to talk a little softer. Is that better?
Oh, no. That just you were
You
good.
good. You good.
Flower
But
was
guys,
just
so we're not doing this detox or sharing this information to discourage. We want uncommon faith because this is uncommon faith. We want to talk about real topics, real things that impact the kingdom of God, that impact his people. And we know that our temples, the temples that we live in, this is one of the biggest sins that we commit because we do this temple so wrong. Right? We do this we will we just we do our own temple wrong, right? So we're damaging the God that's in us, right? And so we just want you to be mindful of those things. Now we do have some I'm not sure we have the slide, but we do have some quick tips, to some replacement things that you can do to kind of reduce. Like Regina said, she didn't get a big Cinnabon, she got a little Cinnabon. So we got some tips to share with you guys on things that you can do to start reducing some of the sugar content that you have. DeAndra, do you have a copy of that?
yeah, I sure do.
All right, I just want to know if you want to go through it.
Yeah, I'll definitely go through it.
Perfect.
Yes. Okay, guys. So our first one is gonna be honey mustard, 2 tablespoons of honey mustard versus 2 tablespoons of ranch dressing. We're gonna have 5 grams versus 1 gram of sugar. So it's saying maybe go for that ranch dressing instead of the honey mustard. Next, we have going across to the right. We have 1 piece of barbecue chicken. It's going to have 5 grams of sugar. 1 piece of buffalo chicken is going to have 0. So, that hot vinegar compared to the sugary barbecue sauce, that's the difference right there. We all love ketchup. I don't know who don't dip ketchup, but ketchup has sugar in it, 3 grams of sugar. Compared to just 1 tablespoon of yellow mustard, you're going to come out winning with less sugar with that. Now, let's go to our coffee. This is big, y'all. Having a good cup of coffee, Regina, I love my business. The way she go up in Buc-ee's, y'all, and whip up her coffee, y'all, with the creams and the sugars and the caramels and the chocolates. I mean, like, she a straight barista, okay? But so for those who really, really enjoy coffee, mocha latte, a medium, has 18 grams of sugar. Oh my God. Compared to 1 medium just latte. So that mocha, that extra added sugar is definitely gonna make the biggest difference in just something we're gonna drink in 30 minutes, 20 minutes while it's hot, while it's warm, while it's tasting good. So then we have our desserts, our muffin and our donut. 43 grams of sugar in a chocolate muffin versus 1 chocolate glazed donut. 16 grams. Wow. Are you guys seeing this? This is deep. I mean, just going and really looking from day to day at these daily things that we consume and how much sugar is in it. So it's like saying eat a donut more than a muffin, but the donut still has 16 grams, guys. It's like maybe enjoy that once a week, right? And then our last one is going to be our soups. We got tomato soup and we have chicken noodle soup. 8 grams in that tomato soup, 0 in the chicken noodle. And so, the tomatoes going to have all those extra things in there that's going to raise that sugar content. Tomatoes, once you reduce it, it cooks down, so uh, we all want to eat well. It's really, really challenging. All we guys want you to do is just have a conscious mind. When you go and you do your day-to-day things, your morning activities, what you eat in the afternoon, your little snacks, maybe if you have a sugary snack on Monday, maybe wait Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe pick something, healthy. And then maybe if you want a donut on that Thursday or that Friday, go ahead and grab it, because you sacrifice, but you haven't consumed it daily, and you're practicing portions, and that's so, so very important.
That's so true. When I saw that list earlier, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is small things that we can do." Now I don't know about the mustard situation. I don't know if I could dip my fries in mustard. Um, Maybe I
See,
could
but
reduce.
that's
Go
okay.
ahead, Dee. Go ahead,
No,
Dee.
everybody don't like it. It's so controversial. I'm gonna keep it to myself. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. We got about 5 minutes. What you got?
I mean, I like to dip in barbecue, but like you said, it's so sweet too. So I really like blue cheese. Blue cheese is like this little kick that I go to kind of do my dips and my salads sometimes. And I know LaFlower hates it, but it's that kick, that will just,
Yeah, it kicks you in
it's
the back of your
good.
throat. It kicks you in the back of your throat after you. But shout out to Christine. Christine, I love me a good Dr. Pepper too, girl. That Dr.
Oh,
Pepper
Dr. Pepper,
cream
so
soda
good.
is so good. It don't
And it
even get
reminds me of my auntie, okay? It reminds me of my auntie with a good Dr. Pepper. So I love me some Dr. Pepper.
right.
But wait, let me just share this story. I worked for a prosthetic clinic, okay, and we did
I thought you were gonna say prostitute.
a lot of prosthesis for different patients. So this particular doctor, I was the office manager. We were really close, and I got invited to dinner a lot, right? So one of the nights I got invited to dinner, a lot of their other peers were coming to the dinner table, and this is a podiatrist, and then we have all these other doctors that are around. And as I'm sitting there, there's pharmacists there, and they all work at Memorial Hermann, largest hospital chain in Houston. And but the conversation, I want you guys to hear, it blew my mind. This is real life. This is real doctors. And what it is they're setting up this chain of command. It's like you send, they come to you, you send them to me, and we're going to send them to you, and we're going to keep this cycle going. So just know to always get a second opinion from just my advice. I know we talked about so many things, but of course, going to go get checked, going to the doctor is so important. Catching things before it's too late, knowing your levels and things like that. But just know that, these doctors, they have intent too. And their intent, it's their profession. They have this oath to really protect the human people and to really take care of us. And I love doctors. I am so appreciative for people who take their time and to really become a doctor and spend so much time on the human body. It is amazing. It's so intricate. Kudos to you. But as sitting there and just seeing this vicious cycle, it's real. And it was about 20 doctors sitting
Right.
there networking, telling each other, hey, if your patient is diagnosed with this, and this, send them to me. If it's this, send them to me. And if it's this, send them to me. And we're going to send them here. And then we're going to send them there. And then we're going to make sure that they come back every 30 to 60 days and visit every last one of us, not just one. One is going to refer to the other and refer to other, and the insurance is going to pay for it. They're going to have to come out of pocket. They're told that they need all these visits. They're told that they need it. It's like, get your second opinion, listen to your intuition, listen to your body, look into natural ways. It was before it was doctors, it was plants, it was natural things here on this earth that was here to heal us from all different types of things. just look into it. We're not doctors, but we encourage you to look into all different ways to be healthy and to detox and to clear out your body.
Your body out. Uh, guys, oh, really quick, thank you, DeAndra, so much. And we do have to get second opinions because I've been referred, and sometimes I'm like, I'm not going to no daggone referral doctor for what? But guys, for our soul work tonight, we just want you to be proactive as you're planning to detox, as you prepare for the withdrawals. Prepare if you really be feeding chicken, prepare, to have a nice replacement. Flavors, herbs, and it's all about flavor. When I transition to more plant-based eating, it's really about the flavor. It's really about how good can you make this food taste versus the mental, am I eating, am I taking in sugar? Am I, eating, hot wings or whatever? It's all about the taste. So if we are proactive, and so that's our soul work. Be proactive. How can you eliminate some sugar out of your diet? And plan for those withdrawals. Ladies, what do y'all have to wrap us up tonight? Regine, what you got?
Hey, I just want to say, look, go and grab one of those few spots that are left for the retreat and join us for our Be the Light, right? First retreat. So that's what I want you guys to take away. So go register. If you can't join us in Galveston on the 18th, then by all means, be sure to join us virtually on the 17th of December.
Absolutely. Well, Regina, you said it. Didi, you got anything?
Well, Regina said, grab them tickets, y'all. And detox that body. Listen to that body. And the body's talking to you. If you sit still and listen, it's going to tell you how it's feeling.
Right. I was about to start singing Megan Thee Stallion. Body idea. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good night. Grace and peace.
Grace and peace.
Bye.